Young and the Restless, spoilers, full episodes. Welcome back to our channel, everyone. Today is a beautiful day to dive deep into the latest drama from Genoa City. Grab your favorite snack, settle in, and let's get right into the thick of it because we have a massive, emotionally exhausting situation to unpack today. I am literally screaming at my television right now. I cannot believe they actually did that. I mean, I am typing this up late at night because my brain is just spinning and I desperately need to vent to people who actually understand this show. Are we seriously doing this again? Are we really giving Kate Ashby another redemption arc? Because I am looking at my screen and I am just entirely overwhelmed by the sheer audacity of these writers. Let me back up. Okay, wait, back to the point. We all know Malcolm Winters is fighting for his life right now. The aplastic anemia storyline has been absolutely gut-wrenching to watch. I've been watching this show for years and years, and seeing a legacy character like Malcolm reduced to this fragile state is just breaking my heart into a million pieces. And then the absolute devastation when Lily found out that her twins, Charlie and Mattie, were not a bone marrow match. You could feel the despair radiating off the screen. I was sobbing. We were all sobbing. The Winters family was completely out of options. But then, who swoops in like a knight in shining armor? Kane freaking Ashby. Because of course he does. He just happened to run into Dr. Stephanie Simmons. He just happened to ask the right questions about Malcolm's health, and he just happened to get himself tested. And boom, he is the perfect match. A literal genetic miracle. And look, I know some people are loving this. The Lane shippers are probably throwing parties in their living rooms right now, celebrating the return of their favorite super couple. But personally, I am sitting here pulling my hair out because Kane never does anything out of the pure goodness of his heart. There is always an angle. Always. Have we learned nothing from the past decade of watching this man operate? And then it happened. The moment that made me drop my remote and yell at the screen. The kiss. Lily actually kissed him. She was so overwhelmed with gratitude, so desperate to save her uncle, father figure Malcolm, that she just let her guard down and kissed her ex-husband. I'm sorry, but no. Just no. I mean, I get it. Emotions are running incredibly high. The woman is terrified of losing her family. But, Lily, girl, what are you doing? Do you not remember the lies? Do you not remember the Juliet drama? The fake identity from years ago? The constant, never-ending betrayal? Why does she always go back to him? It is like she has selective amnesia every time Kane does one single decent thing. Wait, I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's talk about the actual medical procedure because the Y and R fandom is currently losing its collective mind on Reddit. The forums are on fire tonight. Everyone is talking about Kane's upcoming bone marrow surgery and what it actually means for his future on the show. And let me tell you, the theories are completely wild. People are genuinely terrified that this surgery is going to go horribly wrong. I was reading this one massive thread where fans are convinced that Kane is going to die on the operating table, die from a bone marrow extraction. Now, let's be real for a second. In the real medical world, a bone marrow transplant is not a fatal procedure for the donor. You go in, they extract the marrow, you feel like you got kicked in the lower back by a mule for a week or two, and then you go on with your normal life. You don't just drop dead. But this is Genoa City. This is soap opera land. In this universe, a paper cut can lead to a month-long coma and a secret evil twin showing up to steal your life. So I totally understand why the fans are panicking. The writers love to deviate from normal medical science to give us maximum drama. Another massive theory floating around the group chats is that the pre-op testing or the surgery itself is going to reveal some hidden underlying disease that Kane has. Like, what if he goes in to save Malcolm? And the doctors are like, well, the good news is Malcolm is saved. The bad news is Kane has a rare, incurable condition. Am I the only one who thinks this is exactly the kind of tragic irony the writers would pull? Remember when they tried a similar bait and switch with other characters in the past? Yeah, it is classic daytime television. It forces the heroine, in this case Lily, to feel even more indebted and emotionally tied to the tragic hero. Honestly, I don't think they are going to kill Kane. I just don't. He is way too valuable as a chaotic element in Lily's life. What I really think is going to happen, and I am dreading it, but I'm also kind of here, for it is a long, drawn-out recovery period. Kane is going to be weak. He is going to be vulnerable. And Lily is going to step right into the role of his personal Florence Nightingale. She is going to feel so incredibly grateful that he saved Malcolm's life that she will voluntarily nurse him back to health. You can literally see the scenes writing themselves right now. Kane lying in bed, looking all pale and tragic. Lily bringing him soup, adjusting his pillows, their hands brushing against each other, the lingering eye contact, the soft conversations about their past. It is the perfect recipe for a full-blown Lane reunion. And the worst part? A huge part of me still ships them. I contradict myself so much when it comes to these two. One minute I am screaming at Lily to run away and protect her peace, and the next minute I am crying because their chemistry is just so undeniably electric. They have this magnetic pull that just ruins my life as a viewer. But wait, we need to talk about the elephant in the room. The absolute, undeniable, sickening truth that is bubbling right under the surface of this entire heroic act. Because if you have been paying attention to the clues and the leaks, you know that Kane's motives are not pure. He has a secret contract. Yes, a secret hidden contract demanding executive control at Chancellor Winters in exchange for his bone marrow. I cannot even breathe when I think about this. He is literally holding his own bone marrow hostage. He is using the life of Lily's beloved uncle to blackmail his way back into the corporate throne. It is so diabolical, so dark, and so incredibly Kane Ashby. This is exactly what I was talking about. He plays the hero. He gets the girl to kiss him. He gets her to lower her defenses, all while he has a knife pointed squarely at her family's legacy. How is he going to pull this off? How is he going to look Lily in the eyes, accept her gratitude, accept her kisses, knowing that he is actively extorting her? And think about the horrific position this puts Lily in. She is going to be backed into the most terrifying corner imaginable. On one hand, she has Malcolm, who is literally dying of aplastic anemia and desperately needs this transplant to survive. On the other hand, she has Chancellor Winters, the massive corporate empire. She has bled for the legacy of her family, and Kane is forcing her to choose, or rather, forcing her to surrender. She has to hand over the keys to the kingdom to the man who has broken her heart 1,000,000 times just to keep her family intact. It is brilliant drama, but it makes me physically ill to watch. And what about Devon? Oh my God. Devon is going to absolutely combust. Devon is already hanging by a incredibly thin thread right now. He just found out that Holden Novak is Malcolm's biological son, and he is completely spiraling over these new family dynamics. He is rigid, he is angry, and he is fiercely trying to protect what is his. If Devon finds out that Kane, the man he already has a rocky history with, is using Malcolm's terminal illness to stage a hostile takeover of Chancellor Winters. There is going to be blood. Devon will not stand for it. Nate won't stand for it. The entire Winters family is going to go to absolute war, and Lily is going to be caught right in the middle of the crossfire. It just makes that kiss so much more painful to watch. When Lily kissed him tonight, she was kissing the man she truly thought was her savior. She was kissing the father of her children, who was finally stepping up to do something entirely selfless. Her cold heart was finally warming up to him again. The Lane reunion was right there, practically gift-wrapped for the fans. But it's all built on a massive toxic lie. When the truth comes out, and in Genoa City, the truth always comes out, the fallout is going to be apocalyptic. I am genuinely terrified for Lily's mental state. When she discovers the blackmail contract, she is going to feel so incredibly violated. To realize that the man you are nursing back to health, the man you are falling in love with all over again, is actually holding a corporate gun to your head, that is a level of betrayal that you don't just bounce back from. I know the Reddit fans are worried about Kane's physical health, but I am worried about Lily's emotional survival. She is going to shatter into a million pieces. Yet, despite all my screaming and complaining, this is exactly why I have been watching this show for so long. They know exactly how to hook us. They give us the romance, the nostalgia of a classic super couple, and then they completely pull the rug out from under us with a vicious corporate twist. I am going to be glued to my screen next week. I need to see this surgery happen. I need to see if Kane actually goes through with the blackmail, or if Lily's love and gratitude somehow convince him to rip up that contract before it's too late. Am I delusional for hoping Kane has a change of heart? Probably. Yes, absolutely I am. He is an opportunist to his core, but part of me just wants Lily to be happy. I want Malcolm to live, I want the Winters family to heal, and I want the drama to resolve peacefully. But who am I kidding? This is The Young and the Restless. We are about to dive headfirst into months of agonizing, beautiful, chaotic angst, and I am officially strapping in for the ride. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, because I seriously need to know I am not the only one losing my mind over this Kane and Lily situation.